very warm welcome in the class of matrix. Today our topic is consistency of system of linear equations. Myself Rupak Bhattacharjee, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics, GIS College of Engineering. For today's discussion, we need a little prerequisites, and the prerequisites are: what is the meaning of solution of a system? So solution of a system means the particular points for which we can say that the system is satisfied. And what we are meaning by system here is nothing but a system of linear equations. So we are going to describe all this elaborately in the coming steps. Now, what is linearity? Linearity means where we are actually expressing the things in terms of a line or something related to that. Means I want to say that if we are having the variables and the variables are having the degree 1, not more than that, and there is no product term of the variables, then we are claiming it as linear. And finally, we need some vision of geometry so that in the lower dimensional cases we can make our concept clear visually also. So I think it is going to be a very interesting thing to learn. So let us begin. A system of equations is said to be consistent if the system has at least one solution. This is a very simple and very single line which is having a deep inner meaning. Look at this. What is solution? We have some idea. But here the requirement is that at least one solution. This means it may have more than this. And when we are talking about a system, that means we are not considering only one equation, we are considering more than one equations. So our target is to find out the meaning of this term, and we can claim a system of equations consistent if it is having at least one solution. That means there may be some system which is having the chance of no solution. So in the next line, what we are getting, and it is the beauty of mathematics, that a system of equation is said to be inconsistent if it is not consistent. That means when you are getting a system and you are actually checking the properties of consistency in that system, if it is satisfied, you can call it consistent, and otherwise simply you can call it inconsistent. So this is the beauty. Now we are proceeding further. First of all, sequentially we are thinking, what is linear equation? So linear equation means it is in the form of a1 x1 plus a2 x2 plus dot 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 plus an xn equal to b. This b is a scalar quantity. It may be 0, it may be not equal to 0. a1, a2, a3 up to an, all these are coefficients and scalar coefficients. Now x1, x2, x3, xn, these are our unknown variables which we are actually trying to find out the values of x1, x2, xn such that this linear equation is satisfied. Means if we are substituting those values in this equation, we will get the value of b, and the b will be coming. Now some examples, and basically we are in the class of in class 7 standard, but at that moment what was not very much visually clear to us, we are going to make that thing clear in this section. So first example, 4x1 minus 5x2 plus 2 is equal to x1. Look at this. it is not in the form of this, but we can make the arrangement as 4x1 minus x1, that is 3x1. This minus 5x2 is kept as it was, and this constant term is taken in the right hand side, it is minus 2. Now you can match it, a1 x1 plus a2 x2. So what is the value of a2 for this equation? It is minus 5 is equal to minus 2, that is b is equal to minus 2. Now think about it, we are having two variables here, x1 and x2, and this is your linear equation. Now look at this, we are having another one. Here we are getting three variables, x1, x3, x2, and it is also not in the form of this structure, but we can rearrange it in this form, 2x1, and we are taking it in the left hand side, then plus x2, then minus x3 is equal to 2 root 6. So this is also in the form of linear equation. Next, non-linearity. So look at this, we are taking one very basic example, 4x1 minus 6x2 is equal to x1 x2. Here you are getting these two variables are in product form. So it is not the conclusion of linearity, rather we are concluding that for this term it is a non-linear equation. And similarly for this, because here we are not getting the power of x1 is 1, it is x1 to the power half. So if you want to make some simplification, if you want to make it x1, then you will get the power of x2 will be more than 1. So it is also one example of non-linear equation. Next, we are getting linear system. So what is the meaning of linear system? A list s1, s2 up to sn of numbers that makes each equation in the system true when the values s1, s2, sn are substituted for x1, x2, xn respectively. This is the meaning of the solution of a system. So before that, we need to know what is the system of linear equations, and these are some explicit forms of linear equations. I just want to make that thing clear. If you have a1 x1 plus a2 x2 plus dot 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 plus a n x n is equal to b1, and in this form, if you are writing the equations in the form of a n x1 a dash 1 x1 plus a dash 2 x2 plus dot 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 plus a n dash xn is equal to bn, then this whole thing is going to be called as a system. Now if you just take suppose two variables with two equations, then the picture will be something like that. We are taking it as x1 plus x2 is equal to 10, it is the linear equation. Similarly, minus x1 plus x2 is equal to 0. So both of them together with actually constructs the linear system. Now our topic is today is on consistency. So our target is to find out that when the system is called consistent and when the system is called inconsistent. Before this, look at the pictorial representation of these two. x1 plus x2 is equal to 10. This one, minus x1 plus x2 is equal to 0. So this one, and if you draw these two lines, you will get this pictorial representation where there is a point of intersection. We must say it in the form there is only one point of intersection. So we are claiming that there is one unique solution of this system. You have this idea in your class 7 and you have done the solution of these types of equations. by various methods of substitution, methods of elimination, in some bigger cases cross multiplication, but ultimately the pictorial representation tells us that it is going to have some intersection at a single point only. Now if it is clear, we are moving for another system of linear equations. X1 minus 2x2 is equal to minus 3 and 2x1 minus 4x2 is equal to 8. What we are getting, x1 minus 2x2 is equal to minus 3 and 2x1 minus 4x2, if you see only the left hand side, these two are nothing but the twice of x1 minus 2x2. So if it is minus 3 and if it is 8, that means this x1 minus 2x2 and 2x1 minus 4x2, because of these two, they are going to be parallel because their slopes are same. Look at this, their slopes are same. If you take the slope of these two, then you are getting the same thing. But as it is minus 3 and it is 8, they are going to be parallel. So if they are parallel, in all cases you are going to get the distance of these two lines are same. So there is no question of any intersection. That means there is no question of any common point of these two lines. That means there is no question of having any solution of this system. So I think what we have defined in the first slide, that consistency and inconsistency of a system of linear equations means the existence of at least one solution and the existence of no solution. It is clear from this very basic two equation system of two variables with its graphical representation. So let us proceed and watch what is waiting for us. Now there are some basic facts on solution. First of all, in the last slide we have seen that there is exactly one solution, what we call as consistent, or infinitely many solutions. It is also consistent because in this case solution exists, in this case solution exists, and we know that if there is solution then it is called consistent, and if not then it is inconsistent, so no solution. This is also shown in the last figure, this is also shown in the last figure, this is remaining. So let us check this. So x1 plus 2x2 is equal to 3 and minus 2x1 minus 2x2 is equal to minus 6. Apparently there are two equations with two unknowns, but look at this. If you multiply the first equation by minus 2, what you get, minus 2x1 minus 2x2 is equal to 6. That means the second equation. So if you draw the first equation by black line and if you draw the second equation by blue line, basically these two lines actually superimposed like this. So if two lines are superimposed and the question is how many common points are there, the answer will be infinite. How many common points are there if the question, then the answer will be infinite. So if there are infinite number of points, common points, or infinite number of intersections, then how many solutions are there? Obviously infinitely many solutions. So if infinitely many solutions are there, there are also existence of solutions, so it is consistent. So this is also pictorially represented. You are getting basically three things, but it is a sub classification of consistency. So let us proceed. Now basic facts on the solution continues. We are now moving from two variables, two equations to three variables case. Let us check in three equations what is happening. If you draw, actually each equation determines a plane in three space, you know that. So if you draw, look at this, the first equation, suppose x1 plus x2 plus x3 equal to 1. These types of equations actually represents the planes. So this is the plane number 1, this is the plane number 2, and this is the plane number 3. Please concentrate on this pictorial representation. It is very important because look at this green plane and this brownish plane is having intersection over here, and how many points are there? Infinitely many points. Similarly, the blue plane and this brown plane is having intersections over here, and how many common points? Infinitely. And parallelly, the blue plane and the green plane is having intersection in the lower part. Here you can see in the lower part, and they are also having common points infinitely, but they are meeting at a single point in this three-dimensional space, and this point is present in this, and in this, and this is the only point what we get here. So it is the example of consistency where we get only one solution. I think it is clear from this presentation. Next, look at this. Here also we are taking three planes, obviously different three planes, and let us check what is the pictorial representation tells. The green plane and the blue plane is having intersection over here. The green plane and the brown plane is having intersection here, and the blue plane and the brown plane is having intersection over here. They are having common points taking two together, but if you are taking all of these three together with, then you are not getting any common point which is having satisfaction on all these three planes. What does it implies? It implies that there is no point in common to all these three planes. That means this is the example of inconsistency in this context of three equations in three variables. Now moving forward, what we mean about equivalent system. It is discussed in the class of echelon form and something like that, but look at this meaning of this one here in some different presentation. The set of all possible solutions of a linear system. This is called solution set of a linear system, because if we are having more than one solution, then we can put it in a set and we can claim that this is a solution set of a system of linear equations. Now what is the meaning of equivalent system? Two linear systems with the same solution set. So if you have two linear systems but their solution set is same, then we can call them an equivalent system. And strategy for solving a system is nothing but replace one system with an equivalent system that is easier to solve. We will use this concept elaborately in the next two classes when we are going to solve this, but in this class actually we are making the analysis of these characteristics of the solution of system of linear equations and as well as the characteristics of the system. So look at this, a basic example of two variables. So this is given to me. I can write this line how, because if I add these two, then it will be 0, and if I add this to, it will be x2, and if I add this to, it will be 2. So this system and this system are equivalent. Parallelly, if I subtract this one, or rather if I substitute x2 equal to 2 over here, I will get x1 minus 4 is equal to minus 1. So this minus 4 will come here and we will get 3. So x1 equal to 3, x2 equal to 2. So look at this, you can think about as a system. You can think about as a system, you can think about as a system, but there is a common thing in these three systems, that x1 equal to 3 and x2 equal to 2 is the solution set of this one, this one and this one. So from this definition, what we can conclude, that it is nothing but equivalent systems. Okay, so equivalent system, if we continue in this way, then these two equations in two variables like this, what we have taken in the previous case, if we draw these, there are three cases if you can recall. The first one drawing gives you this intersecting point, but these lines are like this, and this one is having x2 equal to 2, that means this one, and the first equation is this one, pictorially they are different, but look at this, the solution is exactly same, and as it is having unique solution, so solution set is containing only one element, and that is nothing but this one. And we have the third one in the last discussion, it is something like this. So if we draw this, then this is nothing but the thing what we are getting, that the solution system is there, and if you x1 equal to 3, that the last line or the last equivalent system is this one, the solution set is same. So what we see, the pictures in these three things are different, that means the systems are different, but the systems are equivalent because they are having the solution set identical. Clear? So what we get ultimately with this discussion, that if we take a system of linear equations, then what are the possible cases we can get? We can get that there are some systems where solution exists, and there are some systems where solution does not exist. This case, according to our discussion, is called inconsistent, and this case, according to our discussion, is called consistent. Now this case is having two more sub classifications. If the solution is unique, and if the solutions are having infinitely many. So these classifications are also there under the consistent system. So if you have a system of linear equations, then you can have unique solution, you can have infinitely many solutions, unique solutions, you can have infinitely many solutions, or you can have no solutions. So ultimately the fact is something like that: unique solution, again on this many solution, and for this one it is having no solution because it is going to get the parallel diagrams. So in the next part of today's discussion is something like that: what is the meaning of homogeneous system? We are going to express the system of linear equations in the matrix form in the next class, but here suppose I am writing a1 x1 plus a2 x2 plus dot 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 plus an xn is equal to b1, and in this way suppose I am writing a1 dash x1 plus a2 dash x2 plus dot dot plus an dash xn is equal to bn. This system is going to be called homogeneous if b1 equal to b2 dot 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 bn all are 0. Clear? That means the right hand sides are all 0. That means there will be no constant term without being associated with some variable. And when it is called non-homogeneous system, what we have experienced in the discussions, that at least the same system where at least one bi is not equal to 0, then it is non-homogeneous system. Now what is the beauty in these two systems? There is a very basic difference, and there is a very basic important observation in these two cases. Suppose I am taking x1 plus x2 equal to 0, x3 x1 2x1 plus 5x2 is equal to 0, and if I ask you to solve without any hesitation, you can say that 0 0 is a solution of this system. Look at this. You don't have to think that whether it will be consistent or it will be inconsistent. Is it going to have some solutions which is unique, or you are thinking about is it going to have some infinitely many solutions? Without thinking any of these classifications, you can say that it is going to have 0 0 as a solution. After that the process begins, that is there any more solution, okay, but is it going to having any chance to become inconsistent? Never, because inconsistent means there is no solution, but here we are seeing 0 0 is a solution. So every homogeneous system is having solution as 0 0. Clear? So in case of system of linear equations, if you are talking about for non-homogeneous, then you are having all these classifications, solid, inconsistent, consistent, and then you are having two more classifications. But if you are talking about system of linear equations for homogeneous case, then there is only one case for consistency. There is no question of inconsistency, and this consistency gives you the guarantee of the solution, which is 0 0 without any calculation. So look at this. If it is 3x1 plus x2, it will be 0 0. If it is minus 3x1 plus x2, it will be 0 0. If it is 42x1 plus 5x2, it will be 0 0. So this solution, the existence of the solution and the solution specifically, this 0 0 solution is not going to change, or rather is not going to depend on these coefficients. Only it depends on the characteristic of the system, that it is homogeneous or not. If it is homogeneous, 0 0 will be a solution, and if it is 3 variables, then 0 0 0 will be a solution. If it is n variables, then 0 0 0 0 up to nth 0 is, it will be a solution. So there must be some name of this special solution which we called as trivial solution. So the question of trivial solution appears when the system is homogeneous, and if we have homogeneous system, then we can say that it will be consistent, and 0 0 will be the trivial solution. So today our class for this particular topic is going to be concluded here. We are now going to give you the assignment, and it is your job to solve this system, and rather you have to basically initially for this you have to think about whether it is consistent or not, and for this consistency you have to think about the solutions, and as it is a 3 by 3 system, you can find out the solution of this system by your own known processes of previous classes or previous standards like Cramer's rule, substitution, cross multiplication, all these, only if the solution exists. So your job is not to find out the solution only, you have to find out whether it is consistent or not, and why you are giving your answer, you have to justify it. Clear? So I think the concept of consistency, inconsistency for a system of linear equation is clear to you. In the next class, we are going to discuss the application of this concept for solving the system of linear equations. So these are the references we have used to make this lecture. And finally, I want to thank you all. Happy listening, happy learning.